It's been 1 year since 8 passengers' parents Ruby and Kevin were under fire for posting a video where they said they were not going to be giving their 2 youngest children Christmas presents because they felt like their youngest children had been selfish and they needed the gift of truth instead of an actual present from Santa.
The 2 youngest are showing long patterns of selfishness. They have been showing through their choices their unwillingness to repent, their unwillingness to feel sorrow over some pretty egregious choices that they've made.
People were just absolutely shocked to hear this about kids that are like under 10 years old, the fact that she's calling them selfish. And I believe in another video, they talked about the reasons why a little bit more. And one of the reasons was that, you know, one of the kids was not going to bed. They were like staying up late and it was like affecting their school performance. But that was like one of the things that they deemed as selfish behavior.
So Kevin and I have decided that we are going to give the gift of truth to them this year for Christmas. Christmas morning, their 4 older siblings will be getting Christmas presents to open, and that they will have the gift of love from their dad and I, because we want them to really have a visceral experience that hits them.
And people just felt like they were living in some delusional world where children need to be perfect all the time. But a year later, things seem very different in the Frankie household. And not for the better, as people believe that Ruby's only gotten stricter throughout the last year and it's affected her family. It's been rumored that the couple have separated, but that's gone unconfirmed as of right now. What has been confirmed is that their eldest daughter has spoken out against her parents' beliefs and the group that they are a part of called Connections. It's unclear if Kevin is still part of the group, but he hasn't been seen in the videos in months. But when their daughter spoke out, it seemed like she wasn't speaking to either one of her parents. But despite this, it doesn't seem like Ruby regrets anything that she's done in the last year, and apparently she even addressed the Christmas situation from last year when someone in Connections asked her if she regretted not giving her children Christmas presents, and she said she did not regret that. People feel like over the last year, she's only enhanced her belief in truth and has dove so much deeper into this world. I mean, she's left behind her YouTube channel, she's transformed her Instagram, and she's detached herself from her parents and her siblings as a result of all of this. She's literally devoting everything she has to being a part of the Connections group. Her sister Julie recently said in a vlog that she's so happy that Ruby's eldest daughter Sherry has come back into their family. Julie was almost getting emotional talking about this in a recent vlog, and you can tell it's really weighed on her having Ruby's family just torn from them.
I wanted to chat about this really quick here because it's something that we haven't talked about, and I'm like, oh, my heart is like pounding right now. First off, as we vlog, as we share our lives with you guys, you know that we share so many things with you, but at the same time, it's so important that we keep things private, that there are a lot of things in our family, in our life, that we don't share with you because it just doesn't need to be shared, or there's things that we do want to keep private. A few months ago, I reached out to my niece, Sherry, and over the past few months, a piece of my heart has been put back together, and it has been wonderful. And she's like our little friend, Ellie and Bonnie, and we chat with her, and she's just like our little friend. She's our niece, and we just love her to death, and she's just the biggest sweetheart there ever was.
But now that her daughter Sherry is in college, she's able to make these decisions for herself, and she's chosen to share that she's not speaking to her parents due to Connections, and she has chosen to get back in touch with her mom's side of the family, and you can see from Julie talking about it how much it means.
She said the other day that she's okay to be filmed, she's okay to be seen on our vlogs, and for a while there we just kind of kept things quiet because we didn't want to be like, here's Sherry. But that is something that has been going on for a few months. Is she's come over and had lunch with me several times. She does her laundry over here, and it's just like been really fun to have her come into the home and just feel at home, and I just love it, and she loves it, and so she is going to be joining us tonight.
Sherry has also been sharing things on her Instagram, like the fact that she's been asking her uncles for advice with her car, and it's nice to see her leaning on family and reconnecting with them after this time away from them. Ruby's other sister, Bonnie, recently replied to a comment about Ruby and her other kids, saying, "Do your children miss their Frankie cousins? Or do they understand what's going on?" And she said, "They miss them more than words could ever express. We all do." She also sort of addressed the struggles the family has had to face because of all of this when she reposted a DM she received on her Instagram story that read, "Bonnie, I have watched your videos for some time now and just want you to know how much it brightens my day. From our perspective, it is clear there is so much going on. I can't even imagine, especially without your parents. If I've witnessed anything in the years of watching, is an evolution of strength and vulnerability. If anyone is capable to handle these challenges, I hope you recognize it's you, because we all do. Although I doubt you will see this, words of encouragement are always needed. Hope you know how many lives you're impacting and that we are here to support in return." And she said, "I appreciate your love and support and for seeing some of the things I don't even have to say." It's sad to see a family torn apart by a program that is advertising itself as something that is supposed to make someone a better person and help someone go through hard times and some place that you're supposed to lean on if you're struggling. Even though the biggest criticism that has come out of this group is the fact that when people reach out to them for support and for advice, they seem to just be too critical of the person asking the question in the first place, to the point where that person must feel like total trash for even coming to them for help. And then they're in such a vulnerable place because they just put them down so much that they're like, "Oh my God, like I need to sign up for more classes because I'm such a bad person. Like I need help." That kind of seems like the dynamic of the group as of right now. And people feel like maybe Ruby fell into this trap where she reached out to Jody and Jody made her feel so bad about being a parent. And she's become even stricter as a parent because of that, because she was knocked down and made to feel like she was a bad parent without this group. And now that she's in this group, she's like a way better person. And I will say that there have been comments that have said maybe there's other reasons why Ruby doesn't want to associate with her siblings and her parents. But from what she's shared publicly in her videos on Connections, it sounds like it's because they don't believe in truth and because they don't believe in what she has been preaching on Connections. That's pretty much what her husband has said in videos that he's posted on Connections as to why their kids aren't really seeing their grandparents anymore or their other family members. It's simply because they're not living in truth. She's never really hinted at it being any other reason besides that. I don't think anyone would be very critical if she wasn't in this group and she separated herself from her family. I think a lot of people are very understanding that sometimes you need to cut off your families and stuff. But in this situation, her family has spoken out and said that they want to help her and they hope that she comes back to them. And they have really, really spoken negatively about the group that she is in, to the point where the internet just thinks that she's kind of stuck where she is and she's not in a dangerous situation, but not a good one. And it didn't really seem like a situation where her family did something to her and that's why she doesn't want to speak to them again. From what she has said, it really just seems like she is not speaking to them because they do not have the same beliefs as her. And a lot of people find this very surprising because her family is very religious and it's not like they're the most like relaxed parents ever. A lot of them have also been criticized for being strict parents, but even with that, since they're not living in this truth, it is not good enough for Ruby to associate. And the things that her and her Connections partner Jody have been preaching, these parenting tactics, they only seem to get more and more strict. Like as they progress through this program and they are expanding it, it just seems to be getting more and more intense. And they were already getting criticized for being super strict, and now it just seems to be out of hand. Recently, they were criticized for giving advice to someone that suggested that children don't always need privacy when it comes to using the restroom. They were responding to someone who said that their child had been inappropriate with their phone, and instead of taking the phone away, they said, "Oh, that child like shouldn't have any privacy in the bathroom at all. Like the siblings can be kept away, but me as a parent, like I need the door to be open."
If you have a child where you say, no, I want you to leave the bathroom door open and I will keep, your siblings away, but I am going to walk by. If you have behaved in ways that I am concerned about your ongoing behavior, which this girl has, this 13-year-old with another person, she has already shared with her parents and anybody else who knows that information that she does not know how to manage herself and that she needs to have eyes on her.
She's not managing the bathroom.
Yeah.
It's the advice that they're spreading, this stuff, that has people the most concerned about this program and has Ruby's family concerned for her and the kids she still has under her roof, because only one of her children is confirmed to no longer be living at home. There's a rumor that her son Chad is no longer living at home. She hasn't specifically said that, but there have been a lot of things that have people believing that he has moved out as well. The whole thing is just a mess and it's crazy, and who knows if she'll come around, especially if her own kids not talking to her hasn't changed her mind. But I guess we'll see what happens as the family continues to speak out in hopes that she does come back to them. But I love you guys so much. I hope you guys are doing well. Let me know in the comments what you guys are doing this holiday season. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.